Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, fam. Today we are doing a demo, a review, and my thoughts on Uoma Beauty. So today we have the Uoma Beauty foundation. I am in the shade Brown Sugar T2W. We have the concealer in Brown Sugar T1, and we have the Black Magic palette in Poise. We are going to be playing in these today. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here first with the foundation. So I low-key did a wear test of this when we did the Fenty cream bronzer and blush wear test. That was the foundation that I had on in that video. So I'm not gonna do another wear test with this. Today it's just gonna be more so of watching, apply it, and talking about the product. If you wanna see how it looks, you can go to that video, but keep in mind that that was not the focus for that video. It was just more so the cream blush and bronzer by Fenty. Okay, so first things first, I love this foundation. It is very reminiscent to my favorite foundation, which is the Fenty Beauty foundation. I was going to purchase another one of these. I believe this is my third bottle and I'm basically down to here at this point. But because this is so similar to this, I'm not gonna purchase another one. And just the consistency of it, it is very, very watery, just like that. The Fenty one, it has that soft matte finish to it. I'm gonna go ahead and apply using my favorite brush. Y'all know Makeup Forever Flat 108 foundation brush is the jam. And of course, if y'all have been here before, you know I am oily skin. I don't necessarily know that drier skin types would like this. I feel like if you wore it and you had dry skin, maybe you could get away with it in the summertime. Now, it's not super like soul sucking, dry down mattifying, but it's definitely a soft matte finish. As far as the shade, I absolutely love the shade. And it's sticking to my forehead just simply because I just did my hair and there's gel on my forehead. So just disregard that. If you see like it's grabbing on the gel, not my actual skin. Also, it is very, very, very easy to apply. And you guys, it wears just like and just as well as the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation. So if you like that one, I guarantee 100% you will like this one as well. One of my favorite things about this is just how easy it is to apply. Like, you don't have to have a skill level when it comes to blending, and I feel like makeup products that come out today, they should be that way. I feel like you shouldn't need to have a professional makeup artistry skill level to blend products out, especially when you have it on the market for people that aren't professionals. I'm not a fan when brands do that, when they come out with products and it's just not a user-friendly product. All right, so I believe I did about 2.5, 3 pumps of this, and this is what it looks like. Just very, very soft. As you can see, it's a soft matte. It doesn't look dewy, but it doesn't look over drying either. All right, now we're going to take the concealer, and this is in the shade Brown Sugar T1. At first, I thought that this was going to be too light for me, but then once I started blending it down, it turned out to be perfect. I felt like if I were to go with T2, then it would have matched my skin exactly, because the foundation shade is in the shade, T2W, and the concealer is T1W. So I didn't want it to match me exactly. I want it to have a little bit of a lift, under eye lifting effect to it. And same thing with the concealer. It is very easy to blend out. The finish of this is a soft matte as well. So keep in mind, if you are someone that does have drier under eyes and you're thinking of trying this, it is a soft matte concealer. It's not dewy. I didn't have any issues with it settling or creasing on me. However, I don't have dry skin and I don't have dry under eyes either. And a little bit is all you really need. I made the mistake the first time and put on way too much, and it was too much. Too much of a good thing is too much. I like to focus the majority of my concealer in the inner part of my eye, just simply because that is where my darkness lies. And so I want to make sure that that area is super, super bright and lifted. Then just for balance, I'll go down the center of my nose just a little bit. All right, and then to set up under the eyes, of course, MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. Nothing at all new here. And this is in the shade Dark. And I am starting to hit pan on this. And then for the rest of my face, I'm just going to do a light dusting of the ABH Loose Powder in Deep Peach. And for bronzer, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I want to use the shade 3 today though, just simply because I don't want too much of a reddish, I don't want to say reddish, I don't want it to get too warm, because the look that I have here is just, you know, with the eyeshadow, it's just very, very neutral, and I don't want it to come off too warm and too bronzy the rest of my face. So I love these bronzers, guys. Shade 3, I can wear this right now. I know once I get deeper, it's not gonna match me. It's not gonna go that well, but shade 4, as you can see, if you haven't seen my review on this, it's already up, so make sure you check that out. But I can do shade 3. Now, the difference is in tone, this is way more neutral than shade 4. This is not going to pull warm at all. I like it because it adds structure without it being too much, too red, you know? And I love this bronzer for adding dimension around my nose because it's not super, super warm. I feel like it is the perfect tone for adding dimension. It's not too deep and it's not too warm. I feel like sometimes if you're trying to do any type of structure, contouring of the nose, the issue that you run in is the shade is either too deep or it's too warm. This is the perfect shade for that. Then for blush, kicking it old school, sweet ass cocoa. Shout out to my girl Keisha. We were talking about the best MAC blushes on Instagram a few weeks ago. Sweet as cocoa is definitely an oldie, but a goodie. Never gets old. Never gets old. Then we're gonna put on a little bit of our Laura Mercier Glow Powder because why not? It's summertime. I do have a natural built-in glow, but I don't mind this glow because it's just very subtle. So this eye look though, let's do it. Eye is already primed. The first shade we're gonna go in with is Uoma? Well, I don't know how to say it. It's, oh no, actually it's Eja? Aja is E-J-A. And this is going in the crease, of course. This shade is interesting to me because for some reason I thought it was going to be lighter than this on me, but that's okay. Y'all know some shades and some palettes where you think it's going to look one way and then you put it on and you're like, whoa, okay, that was way darker than what I was anticipating. That happens a lot with ABH eyeshadows. What you see is not what you get with their stuff sometimes. So just this looks way darker in my eye than I feel like it does in the pan, but that is all right. And that was my Wayne Goss number 16 brush. You guys, Wayne Goss brushes are the truth, okay? The best. Next up, we're gonna take this shade right here called Feminist. Nice burgundy. And I'm taking my Wayne Goss number 17. And I'm just going to lightly just go ahead and graze this all over the lid. Pull it up into the crease. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up in here, inner crease, and then drag it all the way over. All right, next up, taking a flat brush. This is my MAC 247. Of course, you guys, this dark blue was calling my name. And we're going to go ahead, just start by packing this on the inner. And then just take it all the way across. And this did not give me any fallout. And we'll stop right here. Don't take this shade all the way in. All right, now taking a Wayne Goss number 20, we're gonna take Poise, this shade right here. And this is going right in the crease. I'm gonna pull it up a little higher. For me, I like to kind of tilt my head back so that way I can see that shade going right in my crease. I feel like I have more control and I know exactly where it's going, of course, depending on your eye shape, but that's a little trick that works for my eye shape. So if you have similar eyes shaped to me, try that out. Then we're just going to go ahead, pack this on the outside as well. Don't want to pull it in too much, but definitely just enough to add some depth and dimension. Stomach is growling, I'm hungry, I'm prepping, cardio is up, but it's okay. They say every prep is different, like no prep, one prep is the same, but this is different because I know what to expect, like I know how to feel, like I'm okay with being hungry now. Like if I get hungry, I'm not like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. It's just kind of like, whoop, you're hungry. It is what it is, you know? Let's see, take this blue over a little bit more. You guys, random. My favorite song at the moment, can't play it because I'll get a copyright strike. Slow Down by Skip Marley featuring Her. A banger. That is my favorite song. That's gonna be my summer song. It's so good. All right, now I'm gonna go in with my number 17 again, and just going back in with Feminist. And now I'm just kind of going a little bit higher and connecting with Poise. All right, now Magical, this beautiful shade right here. I mean, hello. Now this is very sparkly, but I didn't get crazy fallout. I don't know how they did this because this definitely has glitter in it. This was just one little swipe, by the way. I don't know how they did this. I typically don't like shades like this because it falls out all over the place. And also shades like this, typically, so you have the glitter, but then like the background of it is translucent. This is not translucent. I don't know how they did it, but this is a beautiful shade. Very beautiful. So I'm just going to go ahead and just start packing it. Like the fact that this doesn't have any fallout, that is amazing. And then wiping my brush off, this is the Morphe Smudger brush, the M213. And then I just kind of like to sweep it up, smudge it out. Then wiping off that same smudger, we're gonna go in with Feminist again. And we're gonna line the lash line, the waterline, excuse me. So pretty. Okay, then for the top liner here, I'm going in with my Marc Jacobs highliner. This is the liquid one. I bought this back in October and I forgot I had it. I only like liners like this that are super liquidy when I'm gonna wear a lash because I feel like the liner gets all over the lash, my lashes, and then it's clumpy, and when I go to put other mascara over it, it just, I don't know, it doesn't look good. So if I'm wearing lashes, and I don't mind like the liquid liner like this, but when I'm not wearing lashes, I prefer a felt tip because it's not as liquidy, if that makes any sense. The felt tip doesn't get stuck on my lashes and makes it chunky. Let's see, and then Marc Jacobs Highliner, the pencil liner. And I'm putting this as close into that waterline as I can. The reason why I'm doing this second and not first was because I didn't want to put this down and then put the shadow under the liner and it gets all smudgy and muddy. I didn't want that. I wanted to make sure that you could still see that burgundy on the waterline and then put the black right in the inner rim. Alright, so I'm just going to apply my lashes and then we'll be right back. Alright, lashes on. Now for lips, I have these new Maybelline Super Ink Matte Lipsticks. This is the Coffee collection. I don't know if you guys have seen these, but they are new. And I think I'm going to go with the shade, let's see, I think this will be too dark. This is in the shade Mocha Inventor. I'll make sure I use this in another video. I'll give you guys quick little swatches. So this is Mocha Inventor. And holy crap, that smells just like coffee. Amazing, I love it. Next up is 270 Cocoa Concierge. And that one is right here. That is really pretty. And then the last one is Caramel Collector. And that is this one right here. So I think, I kind of want to use Cocoa Concierge. Let's just see how this one looks. Might be a little too dark. Yeah, that's too dark. We'll go with this one. Yeah, that's better. And I tested this out for a little bit the other day. Very, very easy to glide on. It is matte. It dries down, but it's not uncomfortable. Now, I can't speak to just yet as far as how long they last on the lips because I haven't worn it to work yet. Like, let's see, today is Tuesday and I just got these in the mail on Saturday. No, Sunday, yeah, so I haven't worn it to work yet, but full opacity. You don't have to keep building it up. Really, really pretty. Smells like chocolate. It's a nude. I got mine off of Amazon because it was cheaper on Amazon. It was like $7.98 and Ulta, I want to say it's like $9.98, so, you know. And then it's not dried down yet, so we're just going to let this dry down, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it all. Okay, I am back. This is our finished look. You guys, obsessed. This is a banger. I wish I was going out, but I'm not because Miss Rona's still out there. Things are still closed. Unfortunately, after this, I'm going to wash my face and go work out. But all in the name of bringing you guys some good makeup videos. So let's talk about it. First thing first, foundation. I love this foundation. I love this foundation just as much as the Fenty foundation, and this is my all-time favorite foundation of life, period. So the fact that I love this just as much as this, I think it's safe to say I have a new favorite foundation. If you are someone who has oily skin, you don't like a full shebang bang full coverage, you want something that's light, you want something that's gonna stay on all day. I work in a hair salon, it's hot, it's humid. If it can stand a chance on me, it's probably going to work really good on you. Like I said, super, super easy to blend. You don't have to have a professional skill level. Very, very easy. Absolutely love the foundation. The concealer. This is beautiful. The coverage is perfection. It gives me coverage immediately, right away. I don't have to build it up. With my foundations, I typically don't want them to be super, super full coverage, but I don't want them to be like barely anything there. However, when you give me a concealer, I want the full-on shebang bang. I want the coverage immediately. I don't want to have to keep building it up. And also, with the exception of the Becca Aqua Luminous, because I don't feel like that concealer is very luminous. I feel like the description for that concealer is completely off, but I don't like my concealers to be sticky or dewy looking. I prefer them to be a little bit more matte, just simply because for me, I feel like they stay in place better. The coverage is amazing. It is super, super opaque. I like this shade too, Brown Sugar T1, just simply because it gives me that brightness. It's just enough. It's not too much, but it does the trick. Now, the eyeshadows. This palette, I like a lot. First of all, let's talk about the formula. Easy to blend. There is nothing tricky about this. You don't have to have, again, a specific skill level. I really, really like that the mattes in here, they blend easily. The shimmers are what I am really impressed with. In particular, like these two shades here, just simply because they look like they would be a little bit chunky, but when you put them on the eye, you guys, I didn't get any fallout. I think this is a beautiful color story. I love the mattes. This is a palette that I would definitely use on a regular basis, especially this is like what I would call a neutral glam palette. You know what I mean? Like you have your neutral colors with the pop of blue, your pop of color there, but this blue is very doable because it's a deep blue. So you can maybe put it on the inner corner. You can use it as eyeliner. I don't feel like this palette is extremely overwhelming, and I love the depth of this palette. Like it is just, I mean, extremely saturated. That's the problem with a lot of eyeshadow palettes. There's not enough depth or saturation, so that way when you do put it on someone that it has brown skin, dark skin, deeper skin, it doesn't pop as much. These shades are popping, okay? So I am thoroughly loving this palette. I'm loving Uoma Beauty. Shame on me for not just jumping in and diving in and playing with these sooner, but you know, better late than never. Like I said in my Instagram story a while ago, I am making it my mission to make sure that I am utilizing and actually talking about more Black owned beauty products on my channel and on my platform, just simply because I do have some, and I just want to make sure that they are getting all the recognition and use that the higher end brands get as well, you guys. So down below, I want to hear your thoughts if you've tried Uoma Beauty. If not, if you plan on doing so, please let me know down below. I heard their lip products were banging too. When I went to Ulta, a lot of the lip products were sold out, so that's why I didn't grab any, but I plan on trying some of those too. So y'all know the deal. Keep it simple, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.